Asteroids hitting planets is something many of us have heard about and seen in artist pictures. Thankfully, we've not experienced it yet. An asteroid, or an object near the Earth, is called a near-Earth object, or NEO for short. The NEOs we're most concerned with are the ones which can do damage to the Earth. Just how many near-Earth objects exist and when they could strike the Earth is not really known. The possibility of an asteroid hitting the Earth became very real in July 1994. In that year, the world witnessed something never before seen. The most devastating explosion ever witnessed in the solar system. An asteroid named Shoemaker-Levy 9 was headed straight toward the planet Jupiter. The comet's first pass split it into 20 pieces. Now all those pieces were colliding straight into the planet Jupiter. This is actual footage of the impact. This is the first time we witnessed a collision of this magnitude in our solar system. This blast cloud was as large as our planet. Watching a planet pummeled by asteroids was history in the making. Not since the invention of the telescope 400 years ago have we witnessed such an event. Observers all over the world became aware of how vulnerable the Earth is to such an attack. This asteroid attack was in full view of the Earth. We came to the realization, if it could happen there, it could happen here. Asteroids became a top government priority. All eyes turned to the asteroid belt. Chunks and blocks of rocks and metal, which orbit between the planets Mars and Jupiter. These massive space rocks quietly circulate as they have since the creation of the solar system. Most are harmless and will not hit the Earth. However, occasionally they collide, sending pieces spinning out of orbit at 13 miles per second. At that speed, an asteroid a half-mile wide could hit the Earth with 20 times the power of all nuclear weapons on the planet. The big question was, were there any of these killer asteroids headed our way? After a decade of searching and several false alarms, scientists found an asteroid headed toward Earth. The name? 1950 DA. 1950 DA is scheduled to strike the Earth or come very close in the year 2880. It would release an enormous amount of energy, at least 100,000 megatons. The asteroid is 2 kilometers across. 800 years might seem a far way off. The problem is, asteroid hunters estimate there could be 600 undiscovered asteroids just like 1950 DA. 1950 DA is an example of the destructive forces lurking in space, unknown to the Earth's inhabitants. How would such an impact affect the Earth? The power of even a small asteroid was demonstrated in 1908 in Tunguska, Siberia. On June 30th, 1908, a meteorite, a smaller asteroid thought to be about 120 feet across, entered the atmosphere over Siberia. It is estimated that it traveled at 35,000 miles per hour as it slammed into the planet. The 220 million pound space rock exploded at a height of 5 to 6 miles above the Earth. The rock was annihilated. The blast was the equivalent of 185 Hiroshima bombs going off. The area was so desolate it took 19 years for the Russians to reach the spot. This is what the site looked like 19 years after the impact. It is estimated over 80 million trees were knocked down. Over 830 square miles of vegetation were destroyed. The question is, will this happen again? According to the Bible, it will. One of the judgments on the earth in the book of Revelation involves an asteroid striking the sea. This would unleash a huge tsunami along the coastlines. Revelation chapter 8 even uses the word aster to describe the event, the same word for asteroid.